Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Mean, and I am live on the scene with the Gangsta Lean on this good Wednesday. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope that everybody is enjoying their Wednesday so far. So before I get started, guys, you already know I like to do a little run through of what this channel is all about. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome in. I like to do a run through of what this channel is all about. So, first things first, this channel is dedicated to all those people out there that want to make a change. All of those people out there that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I do live workouts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do these lunchtime lives where we talk about some interesting topics. And I hope that you guys are enjoying that piece. And what else we be doing over here? What's up, David? What's up, Jeffrey? And also, guys, I also do vlogs. So if you can, please check out my videos. I recently posted a vlog of my trip when I went to Florida for the 4th of July. It's a great vlog. So go ahead, go on over there and check it out. I greatly appreciate it. And I also post shorts on a daily basis as well. YouTube said use all of the functions, and that's what Mama is doing. Mama is using everything. David said he's man enough to admit when he's wrong. Amen. That's a very hard thing for some folks to do. And it's like one of the first steps in holding yourself accountable. I must admit that I had a big issue admitting when I was wrong. And I am still working on that, to be quite honest. I'm good, David. I hope you're doing well. I still have some issues with that. Because, not all the time I feel like admitting when I'm wrong. But I've definitely been working on it. And I think that's a huge part of holding yourself accountable and being real. Sometimes we say, oh, I have no issue admitting when I'm wrong. But then if you're in a heated argument and the other person is getting on your nerves and you don't feel like saying it, do you do it then too? Or do you only do it when it's agreeable and comfortable for you? Hi, Tashana. Welcome in. And these lunchtime lives, guys, like when we have these topics and we're talking about things, I never want... What's up, Kathy? How you doing? Welcome in. I never want it to seem like I am pretending or assuming that I'm better than anybody else. I make mistakes just like anyone else. I'm kind of just guiding the conversation. I'm not saying that I always hold myself accountable and I'm perfect. I'm not saying that. So please do not take that from this conversation or assume that that's what I'm doing. We're really just having an open table committee meeting. This is a committee meeting, and the topic of the day is accountability. Hello, Jason. Welcome in, my friend. David said, I'm doing good, just relaxing before my trip to Brazil. Oh, you going to Brazil? Oh, I'm so jealous. Can I come? I'm ready for another trip. I just came back from Florida, and now I'm ready to go somewhere internationally. I want to go. Can I come? Hey, Saw. Welcome in. It's okay if you can't stay. I'm just so glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. Any amount of time that you can stop by and drop me a like, say hello. Hey, Coach, how you doing? I greatly appreciate it. Oh, your in-laws live in Brazil. Oh, so you married to a Brazilian. Ooh, David. David. Ooh, you going on a cruise in December? Where's the cruise going to, Jason? Thanks, y'all, for supporting Coach. Yes, thank you so much for all of your support, guys. I greatly appreciate it. I see that you guys are liking this poll. Everybody is responding. We have 5 responses so far. And you guys agree with me. You're saying the hardest thing to admit is when you're wrong. And also for me, the hard thing for me to admit to is when I need help. Those are the top two for me. And I should have listed all of them. It depends, right? Because sometimes your pride gets in the way, and it's very hard to say I was wrong. It's very hard to say I need help. It's very hard to say I made a bad decision. It's very hard to say I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you, and now uh, I'm in a bit of a bind, Nate. Jason said, I don't remember. My sister booked it. I just know we leaving out of New Orleans, probably Mexico again. Oh, that's so nice, Jason. Have a great time. He said, I don't know. I just sent my money. My sister booked it, child. We going somewhere, and I will be on the boat. Welcome in, son. Son said, welcome, Stream Studio. Hello, director and producer. Hello. I'm the director and producer. David said, I love me, my Latinas and sisters, and my fiance is both, so the best of both worlds. Yes. You have a Brazilian black? Oh, Argentina versus England. FIFA World Cup matches predictions. Who will win the match? England, 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 England. I was born in London, so... Well, then leave, Louis. What? Leave, Louis. If I'm scary, bye. I don't want to scare anybody. Hey, Travis. How are you, Travis? I hope you're doing well. Your team is Argentina? Louis said, damn, say my name. Louis, 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 Louis. Louis said, I look scary, y'all. So we got to tell Louis, exit stage left. Bye. Jason said, my sister is a travel agent. When she finds deals, she books them and we just pay her. This will be my 16th cruise. Dang, I ain't never been on one cruise. I've never been on one cruise. I have to go on a cruise. We almost booked a cruise, but what we found out is you have to book a cruise really early because people that cruise all the time know that you need to be in the middle of the ship. So all of the middle of the ship was booked. For real, David, I normally just get on a plane and go somewhere. I've never been on a cruise, but I would like to do a cruise just to say I've done it. I don't know if I would love going on a cruise because to me, uh-oh. Can y'all hear me? We normally go on 3 a year. This cruise was booked since. Wow, you go on 3 cruises a year. Can you guys hear me okay? Please let me know if you can have me. All the best, dear friend. Enjoy life, dear friend. Yes, thank you, son. You know, good luck. May the best team win. I'm just going with London, England, because that's where I was born. But to be honest with you, I don't really follow football, soccer, whatever. I haven't watched the full match yet, so I'm not really a fan like that, but I know what's going on. Oh, good, good, good. David said, this is my 6th flight, second to Brazil. Wow. And this year, this is your 6th flight? I've only been on 2. I went to Jamaica and then... No, I'm lying. I went to Jamaica in January too. I went to Jamaica in January, Jamaica again in June, and Florida. So 3 flights this year. I want to do at least 3 more before the end of the year. I want to go to England. Oh, in general. Okay. I can't even count how many times I've been on a plane. I've been on planes lots of times. Grateful, thankfully, I have been. So we got 7 votes so far, guys. Hey, what's up, James? How you doing? How you doing, James? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. Jason says, stay your ass away from Carnival Cruise. But one of my friends that cruises all the time, she loves Carnival. She said it is a little ratchet, but it's also fun. Why do you say stay away, James? Jason. Why do you say that? Do you say that because of those same reasons? Because it's ratchet? What's up, Robert? Hey, beautiful. Atlanta is in the house. What's up, ATL in the building? I would love to go do a trip to Atlanta. But some people say that when you go to Atlanta, the traffic in ATL is crazy. The A word in the title. What's that? Ah, this A word. What's up, Elevated? Accountability. Accountable. Holding ourselves accountable for our own crap. The stuff that happens in our life that is all messed up, holding ourselves accountable and saying, you know what? I wouldn't be in this situation if I did this. I wouldn't have married him if I did this. I had to do that for like my first marriage. It was on my fault because I was trying to be too grown. I was trying to do I was trying to pick my own man, not listening, not following, the guidance of my family. Thank you so much, water drinker. That's what I do. I drink a de water. Hey E Money, what's goody E Money? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Jason said that's pretty all we went on. Yes, that is a hood ship. They need to background check on that. They need background checks on everyone. Indeed, water drinker. Yes. Let's sip. T, my girl T. I'm looking in two chats because I can't rely on this. I be missing people on my iPad. So I have my chat open on my laptop too. Hey T, how you doing, baby girl? My sis from another miss. How you doing? How you doing, T? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. I hope they're not pissing you off too much at work. Whew, today, I had this super long meeting this morning. I was in a meeting from 9:30 till 12. In Jesus' name. In Jesus! It was a long meeting. My brain hurts. But I said, I'm still going to go live. What's up, Mama 3 in the building? Mama 3, I briefly saw, I didn't get a chance to respond because I was in that meeting. But I was scrolling sometimes. I didn't get to like go. I think somebody's birthday. I saw it. You said happy birthday to somebody. Is it your son, your oldest son? I didn't get a chance to comment. But I think that's what you said. Your oldest son's birthday. T said, I'm doing okay thus far. I haven't checked my emails in a while. And I am about to go on lunch. Yes, let me tell you, that meeting this morning, oh my God. You know how some people be like, oh, all you do is sit at the desk all day. All you do is go to meetings. It's very emotionally and mentally draining, that kind of job. There's a physical pain. There's a physical tiredness. And then there's mental tiredness. And I'm mentally tired, child. And I almost didn't go live. I just wanted to sit and stare at the wall for a whole hour, child. But I was like, we're going to go live because what's going to happen today in this conversation is somebody is going to get a nugget that they needed. And then my job is done for the day. David said, my daughter's birthday is August 6th and she's going to be 3. Aw, happy birthday, little girl. Happy birthday. Mama 3 said, my eldest turned 25. Oh, happy birthday to your oldest child. Are you guys doing anything special? Cousin. Hey, cousin. Nick said, what's going to happen today in this conversation is nothing. Okay, Nick. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick. Nick, I really hope that the stick that you've wedged up inside of your rectum gets released at some point because it's causing you to be an a-hole, And nobody likes an a-hole. No one. No one. Except for maybe Kanye West, right? Didn't he have that song? Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the a-holes. I think that's your theme song. I'm hearing it as you are in the chat. I'm hearing it in the background. Do you guys hear it? Huh? Run away from me, baby. Don't y'all hear that? Or was it just me? It was just the toaster himself. Yes. Because he got to take that stick. It's rammed all the way up there. You know what I mean? So maybe, take some kind of laxative or perhaps something else to help your enema to release the stick that is wedged all the way up your rectum. It's very sad. It's a sad thing. Yes, run away from it, baby. And that's a part of holding ourselves accountable too, right? Isn't it? It's a part of holding ourselves accountable is realizing that we are complete a-holes and we need a attitude makeover, you know? Maybe we need to sit down for a minute and evaluate why we're such a-holes. Are we we're near the beginning. Tell your story walking. Tell your story walking dummy. Huh? What you talking about? That doesn't make sense. I don't know what that means. So today we're talking about accountability. We're talking about sometimes when we're in a negative situation, it's all our fault because we didn't pay attention to the signs, we ignored the red flags, we were being stubborn, we were being like Nick, we were being complete a-holes, and we said, well, I'm going to do it anyway, knowing gosh darn well you shouldn't do it anyway, right? And sometimes we have to take accountability and say, you know what? This crap hole that I'm in right now, it's all my fault. I signed the lease. I took residence in this place, you know? Love makes you blind. Love, see, but that there you go. You see how, so that's one of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about blaming, right? Sometimes we blame things, right? We blame our circumstance, we blame love, we blame our parents, we blame all of these things. We blame the thing out there. When in reality, even in love, you are responsible for your own actions. And I'm talking to me too. Don't think that I'm saying this and I'm some perfect person that doesn't ever make a mistake. Please don't, please. You know what I'm saying? Look, Nick is a fan, y'all. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Aw, poor Nick. He's corny and he doesn't know it. That's sad. That's sad, Nick. He's not aware. He's not self-aware, you know? He's going to keep saying corny things too in the chat. For instance, case in point, you're giving me a headache. I'm giving you a headache, but you continue to type in all caps in my chat. Does that make a sense? He a fan. Hey! He has 69 God. 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. You know what they do to people that swallow entire bottles of aspirin? Nick, they take them out back and beat them. No, they take you behind to the hospital, right? And then you got to get your stomach pumped. So perhaps you should dial 911 and get the hell out of my chat. Okay. Okay, we're going to ignore Nick. Nick, keep typing, child. Hi, Rudy. Because I don't know why I'm going back and forth with a cornball. Like, that's my fault. That's my fault. You see how you end up in a house? You end up in your own manure because it's your fault. I'm choosing to engage when I could ignore, right? I'm choosing to respond. So I have to take accountability for that. Amen. Nick. Hold on, Nick. Hold on, baby. Uh-huh. Yes, I am. I'm so corny. David said, I told my friend he had a stick so far up there, comes out his mouth. Ooh, it comes out of his ears. It oozes out of his ears. It oozes. What's my fault? Hey, Thorough! How you doing? So, a million of things is our own fault. And we don't like to admit it. But I was talking about my first marriage. When I got married the first time, I had no business getting married. First of all, I was freshly out of college. I was new to the working scene. There was no need for me to marry the person I married, okay? But I did it anyway. And even though I knew when we got married, that this person was not my person. I knew it, but I did it anyway. So I can't blame anybody else but me. Sometimes we blame other people. We say, oh, they love bombed me. Oh, they did X, Y, and Z. And we don't take accountability for our portion in the shit. We don't take responsibility for what we've done. We shoot the blame over there. Because it's easier to do that than to look in the mirror, right? It's easier. But today, I want you to put in the chat, it's my fault. Period. It is my fault. Not anybody else's. Yes, cuz I've been married. I'm married. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But the one thing that I can say is I learned a lot that first time. It's your fault. Michelle Obama is a man. Oh, Lord, child. Do you remember Trayvon? You didn't even spell the man's name wrong. You didn't even spell his name correctly. Do you remember Michael Brown? Oh, God. I'm going to let you rock because I want to see how far you're going to go. Yes, I remember them. What are you going to say? It's their fault? Yeah. You're right. Oh, look, you gotta go. I'm not even in the mood, and I can't even joke. I can't even joke about any of what you're saying, so I just have to hide you. Do you remember the time? I can't even joke about that. None of that is funny. None of it is funny. So you have to go. Take that somewhere else. Thorough said a lot of marriage and relationship is unnecessary. Just must make happen for people. What do you mean? Just must make happen for people? What do you mean, Thorough? A lot of marriage and relationships is unnecessary. So you're saying being being married is unnecessary? It is for some people. It is. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Rudy said it's 12:44 p.m. Central Time. It's 1:45 here, Rudy. For some people, honestly, they never need to get married. They never need to be in a relationship. They should be in a relationship with themselves and their therapist. Amen? Hallelujah. But you have to know that about you. Self-awareness, accountability, these are big grown-up words. And you are not a full adult, a fully formed, fully developed adult until you can start to hold yourself accountable, admit when you're wrong, understand what you should and shouldn't do. I don't think you're a full adult until you're able to do that. Until you're able to acknowledge, dang, I'm stubborn as hell, ain't I? Dang, I really go too far sometimes, don't I? And admit that and be able to make the necessary changes. Ha! You know how many people is walking around here? Hold on, y'all. Look, Elevated said, I will never. So, Elevated, you know what? You will, because the fact that you can admit that you have a hard time with accountability, that's self-awareness. You're self-aware. Cheryl saying hi to y'all. Say hi to Cheryl. Don't be rude. There's 10 people in here. Say hi, Cheryl. How you doing, Cheryl? She said hi, everybody. Y'all rude. So right now the chat, we got 26 votes on this poll. What is harder to admit? Hey, Rachel. Anna said, lovely wig you're wearing. My wig right now is looking really wiggy. I have not done anything to it, but thank you. I appreciate it. There you go. Say hi, Cheryl. She said hi to y'all. Hey, Shawanda. So far, well, we have 29 votes. Harder to admit. I was wrong. I thought that would be number one. I need help. That's the number one answer right now. And I should have listened, and I was wrong. It's kind of close. I made a bad decision. I can admit that I've made a bad decision. My first marriage, I definitely made a bad decision with the person I married. Um, Definitely. That person, honestly, the only good thing about that situation was the fact that my daughter was born and she was wonderful and he was actually a decent dad. I can't, you know what? What was I watching? This is a sidebar, but not really. Guys, please make sure that you double tap the screen too. I, the other day, I was watching something somewhere and they said, damn, I totally forgot. Shit, it just went out of my head. It just went out. Oh my God. Come back. I have to rewind. Hold on, guys. The 47's acting up. It totally left my head. What did I say? Rewind. Definitely. That person, honestly, the only good thing about that situation was the fact that my daughter was born and she was wonderful and he was actually a decent. Oh, I remember now. I can't, you know what? I was watching something and they were talking about, can somebody be a good father but a bad spouse? Can a man or a woman be a good mother but be a toxic spouse? But it was really about dads. They were talking about dads and relationships, and they were talking about, can a dad be a good father? Because you know how they say, yes, oh, he's a good dad, but he's terrible to the mother. I think not. Hear me out. You know why? Because a part of being a good parent is modeling, amen, is modeling behaviors, right? If if the father is not good to his spouse and they're in the same household, so the child is now getting dual messages, right? One. Two, the child is also experiencing how the father treats the mother. So is he in fact a good father? I guess you have to define what is a good father. I'm asking the question, guys. I guess you have to define what is a good father. Is a good father someone that provides? Is a good father someone that models good behavior? What is a good father? I think we need to start there, right? Then if you take that and you say, okay, a good father is X, Y, and Z. Then if he's living in the household, and I'm talking about this is a couple that's still together, right? And of course, everything doesn't happen in a vacuum. There are different circumstances depending on the situation, right? But if he's exactly, someone just said it. Hey, Rachel. Rachel said no. He's not. He's sending mixed and narcissistic behaviors. Yes, you're sending mixed. I think if a father isn't modeling how to treat a woman in a good relationship, right? Isn't treating her correctly, like cheating. I'm talking about those people and that cheat, that are running around the place, lying to the mom, treating her like crap, and she's trying her best to keep the family together. Is he in fact? But then she turns around and said, "But he's a good dad." Is he? Is he a good dad? Especially, and he has daughters. Is that a good dad? And you see, this also ties into our conversation about accountability. Because sometimes people get offended when you ask questions such as what I'm asking, right? They're like, because you're still a good dad. You are. He is. I am. Right? But can we hold ourselves accountable and say, you know what? If I'm demonstrating narcissistic behaviors in the household, if I'm not treating my person that I married correctly and I'm cheating and I'm doing what the hell I want to do and coming home like, bitch, where's the chicken? But then I turn around and I'm supporting the household. Am I a good father to my girls? What message am I teaching my daughters about how they should be treated in relationships. How deep do we want to get when it comes to parenting, right? And the same could be said about mothers, right? Are you a good mother if you put men over your children, but you provide for them, you buy them all the sneakers in the world they want, whatever sneaker they want, whatever school they want to go to, they can go to, whatever activity, sports, blah, 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 they can do it, but don't let a man come in the picture, because now go ask your daddy. I ain't taking you to practice. Ask your daddy. Is that a good mother? You know? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. It's hard to admit I need help. It's hard for a lot of people to. Who said that wig was a bad decision? Leave my wig. Y'all gonna leave my wigs alone. My wig, when I do it, when I wash this thing and flat iron it and condition it and do all of the things, you're gonna shut up. It's gonna be cute again. Right now, it just looks dead, but it's okay. I still look fierce. I don't care what you say. Thorough said it's harder to admit our mistakes. We're not actually mistakes, just regret over the consequences of what we knew full well we shouldn't have done. Exactly, Thorough. Exactly. I hate when that happens. Cheryl said absolutely. So it's absolutely. Hey, Darian, welcome in. Elevator said absolutely. Yeah, I've heard that too. No, the teaching is in the relationship with them. Hey, now, Thorough. The teaching. Parenting is teaching. So how you treat your spouse, you're teaching your children. You are passing along generational curses, in my opinion. Because you're showing them how to be in a relationship or not. You can be an amazing parent, and you think so, Darian? How can both be true? Somebody explain it to me. I'm not against hearing the other side, for sure. You can be an amazing parent and a terrible spouse. You may be a garden tool, but you can love your children, but are you a good parent? What is a good parent? Let's get real, y'all. Like, what's a good parent? Buying them stuff, loving on them, providing a roof over their head. How many of us, let's raise our hands. Let's take it back a little bit. How many of us were raised in a house? Like, not even a house. You had a roof over your head your whole childhood. And for the most part, you guys ate food every night. It might have been a struggle meal, but you ate food. You went to school on a regular basis. How many of us, our parents, were at least providers? I'm going to break it out. We're going to break it down. How many of us, put a 1 in the chat. That's a roof over your head, ain't it? Elevator. It's a cardboard roof, but it's a roof. Okay? How many of us had a roof over our head, at least had 2 square meals a day, if you didn't have both of your parents in the household, whatever parent you lived with, you at least ate. It might have not been what you wanted, but you ate. You always had a pair of shoes. You went to a school building. They took care of your basic needs. Your basic needs were met. How many of us? So would you say that your parents were good parents because of that? Do you have any daddy wounds? Do you have any mama wounds from the parent that you lived with? And does that make them a bad parent? If they weren't able to meet your emotional needs, does that make them a bad parent? Why were we getting so deep over here? I don't know. But I just think it's important now. Like, we talk about surface things all day, but sometimes it's good to get a little deeper, right? If we're talking about accountability, do we hold ourselves accountable as parents? Do we hold ourselves accountable as a society for the things that we find acceptable? Do we hold other people accountable for their actions, like our friends? Hold on, guys. Yes, there's a difference, Elevator said. Excuse me, guys. JG said we all make mistakes. Lord knows I have. Everyone is not. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. And that's what I'm saying. Like being able to admit when you've made a mistake, being able to hold yourself accountable for your bad deeds and bad behavior. That's what we're talking about. Elevator said the arguments and turmoil can be behind closed doors. Question: how many of us knew, if you grew up with both parents, or even if they weren't in the same household, how many of us knew when they had beef? Even if they didn't argue in front of you, how many of us knew when our parents were beefing? Even if they argued behind closed doors, you still feel the turmoil. You still feel it as a child. You still feel that disconnect, even if they're not arguing in front of you. So, I believe a good parent is honest more than, yes, Darian. Good, good, good. Rachel said, no, he's not. He's sending mixed. Oh, I read that one. Yes. Someone who tarnishes and drags my mom. Hate. Ooh. Someone. Do you hear that? That is deep. Someone who tarnishes and drags my mother, the person that gave me life, hates me. And you internalize that as a child. Do you not? Do you not? If your mom is being mistreated and he's calling her all kinds, you dog, this food is disgusting, da 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 da, and you're sitting there and he comes to you, hey baby girl, what kind of crazy mess is that? JG said, my dad said that's called life. Elevator said accountability equals good math skills. Accountability. Word. Word. Rachel said exactly. Materialistic things don't make a good parent. Elevator said, I can teach my kids to get along with a raggedy MF and still be great to them. But I think, you know what? I'm not saying that you have to have some perfect relationship all the time, because that's not the case. That's not life, right? But having those honest conversations with your children and knowing when a relationship is too toxic and you guys need to separate or go to therapy and learn how to deal with each other in a more constructive and healthy way, holding both of yourselves accountable and not just blaming the other person for the actions that you take, learning how to internalize um, or learning how to point the finger at yourself and say, you know what? I can react differently. I can be better despite what they're doing. Acknowledging when you're being petty too. You know you're being petty a little bit. You was being a little petty. Okay? Admitting that and being an adult about it. And acknowledging when, okay, this relationship either isn't working or we need outside help. We need outside help. And getting the outside help. Being aware of that. You know what I mean? Cheryl. That's right. I was raising a Okay, so some of y'all said 111. Eating food that my mom can't cook worth a day. Elevator said, I had both parents. My dad passed away, waiting on me and my sister to grow up to leave my mom. Wow. And that's the thing, guys. Like, sometimes we think as parents, and this is real, my condolences, Elevator. We think that two parent households are better than one parent household. Or I think some men, and please, I'm not trying to speak for men, this is just me observing from the outside. I think some men stay in toxic relationships with the mother because they know if they decided to leave, that they would also be breaking up with their children because now that mom is going to be vindictive and not allow them to see their kids. So please, guys, when I'm talking about this stuff, please don't think that I don't understand nuance. There's a lot of nuance in life, right? But what I just want to get down to the root of is our level of accountability for our own actions and the things that happen in our lives, holding ourselves accountable. How did we end up in the relationship with a toxic MFer? What about us attracted that person, right? And those are hard questions. Like, nobody want to ask that. Nobody wants to talk about that. But how did we end up here? How did this happen? Nah, I never knew about the beef unless my dad told me. Thorough said, as a self-admitted N-word by birth and blood, I as woman am solely accountable for what men do. The outcome and my generation of women only will be punished for my decisions. I don't really know what you're saying. As a self-admitted N-word by birth and blood, I as woman am solely accountable for what men do. The outcome and my generation of women only will be punished for my decisions. So you're holding yourself accountable for what men do? I'm a little confused. Elevator said, "Yeah, that was what I went through, but there was no respect at all. But I had to go. My kids see what the dynamic is, and that's tough. That is really tough for men to do. And I can't imagine, like, you're in a position where you know you don't want to be with this person, but you know if you leave, you ain't gonna see. You're breaking up with your kids too, and you love your kids. You love your children." And then men also have to deal with court. But what I'm getting at, guys, when we are in the dating phase, before the kids, were there signs that this person was a little, this wasn't gonna work, or was it something that just kind of that kind of showed its ugly head once the children were born? Were there ever signs? Did you ever have a time when you looked at them and you were like, I don't think so, but you kept going because you love them? Anybody? Thurber said, I'm responsible and accountable solely for everything in my culture and community and the intergenerational damage it causes. Why are you saying you're responsible for everything in your culture and community? Oh, you're saying as a woman because mother. I still don't know. But am I teaching my kids that the toxic behavior is okay, or am I showing them that there's consequences to said behavior? That's a deep question, right? But that's what I think. I think in relationships, like when we're in a relationship with someone that we know it's not going to work, and you have children with them, and you're staying in the relationship because you want to be able to have close proximity to your kids. Are you teaching your kids that you got to stay in bad situations because you're afraid of the outcome? Like that's it could go either way, right? So you'll have some children that two children could be living and growing up in the same household and have totally different interpretations of what was going on in the household, right? Totally different interpretations. But you both grew up in the same household. So I think it depends on the child, it depends on how they perceive things. It really depends. But I'm trying to get what Thorough is saying. Uh can somebody else break it down? Maybe I'm missing it. Yes, men are not responsible. Only me alone. Tough pill to swallow, but I accept it. Men are not. I wouldn't say men are not responsible. I personally think we've done that in society where women take most of the blame for things, and men don't have to take any blame. So, for instance, y'all haven't seen this. No one has seen the polygamist. Y'all didn't watch it because y'all don't listen to me. But in the polygamist, the person that caused all of the turmoil that was going on in that damn shit was the man. But the women took the blame. The women took it on. And he was left he just got to be scot free, but the actions were his own. He's a grown person. Men want to beat their chest and say, I am a man, I can do what I want, I'm grown, I'm a man, I'm the leader. Then as the leader, you have to take accountability and responsibility for the way that your family is run. Oh, and what did you think, Cheryl? Cheryl. Cheryl, we're gonna do a good old live talking about this. I don't care how old it is. What did you think, Cheryl? Hey, Phillips, how are you? Men are definitely responsible as the proclaimed leader of the household. They are responsible for what is happening in the household. As the leader of the house, is that not what they say? They're the leader. They're the king of the castle. Hey, king, your household's toxic. What you gonna do? Blame it on the mother? Now that's mom's fault because it's the household is toxic. You're welcome. It was good, right? Were you screaming at the TV? I was screaming at the TV. Oh my God. Hey, Allison. How are you? Welcome in, baby girl. JG says salute to the chat. Y'all rude. Y'all don't say hi, JG. How you doing, JG? How's life treating you? Nothing? He don't get nothing? Guys, make sure that you're double tapping this screen as you enter the live. If you're new and you're just listening in the background, hey girl, or hey guy, how you doing? How you doing? My name is Coach Maureen. I am a plus size fitness coach. I do live workouts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do these lives at lunchtime, and I also do vlogs. I'm also a vlogger, so please check out my vlogs as well. I recently posted a vlog of my trip when I went to Jamaica and when I went to Florida. So if you want to check those out, please check it out so you get to see me in a different light and have a good time watching. Hey, sweetheart. Look, Cheryl said yes, jumping up and down. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you. Cheryl. Imagine. I was putting myself in their shoes. I was like, if I was married, if I was Joyce, what would I do? You see in the beginning when Joyce went to their house and she set fire. The movie done. Cause you ain't gonna be playing in my face too many times, my dude. You ain't playing in my face too many times. Life is too short, and there are too many eggplants out here. I could get another one, okay? Later. I'll be by myself for a while, and then I'll get another eggplant at some point. Child. Cause you're not gonna play in my face like this. And I'm gonna tell the world you are a scumbag from the bottom of the bowels of hell, and it's all your fault why this is the way it is. And I'm going to tell everybody what you did and ask them, what would you do in this situation? If your man started cheating on you immediately after you had a baby and then started parading this trick in your face, what would you do? Would you stay and be quiet, or would you get out and tell the world that this ain't crap? What would you do, ladies? That's what I would do. You're not going to embarrass me. I'm not embarrassed. And that, when any side chick out there, if you are a side chick right now, let me tell you something. First of all, he is not some prize to be won. You are not going, there is no benefit, okay? Eventually, the way he's treating her is how he's going to treat you. Now, check that. Hey, sweetheart. Thorough said, I don't depend on them to be fathers or husbands, so it's me that's scot-free. I don't depend. But that's the thing. That's their station in life, to be fathers and husbands. So whether out of trauma, because we've seen, and it doesn't have to necessarily be something that you experience yourself, but seeing all of these media, or seeing stuff on TV, seeing stuff in movies, hearing the stories of the horror stories of your friends and family, all of that is trauma. So we take that on and we've adopted this independent woman thing because we don't want to deal with the bull, right? But that does not excuse responsibility. It does not excuse it. They still have a responsibility to be the so-called, like they say, they're the king of the castle, to be the king of the castle. Be that king. Okay? Somebody. What's up, Rissa? How you doing, my girl? Rissa in the building. I don't know, Cheryl, if there'll be another episode, but they need to come with it. Because now the sun, right? I don't want to give too much away, but some people don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, where you going, cuz? Cuz said I'm leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. Wait, how? No, I'm singing two different songs. I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Come on, Gladys. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody has time for that. And you will be heartbroken. I know. I did that. I left my first husband. I was like, this is not working. I'm not doing it. I left him. Left. And he was Pissed. Okay? And they act out. When a woman leaves their man and takes a stand and says, I am not going to be disrespected, he's going to act out. And that's exactly what he did. He acted out. He started sending me pictures. I didn't give, but the thing was, I did not give a. You have you met? Have we met? I did not care. He started sending me pictures of. He started dating someone else immediately, right? And I was like, first of all, she can have you. Second of all, any chick that you're dealing with immediately after I just broke up with you. I not even broke up. I ended our relationship and moved. Any woman that you're dealing with after that is emotionally fragile. She's not somebody that you're going to be with for a long time. She's somebody that's like, yay, a man is paying attention to me. So both of you can have each other. Okay? So ladies, do not, if you leave a man and he starts sending you pictures of some chick, let them rock. How long is that going to last? 2 seconds? Because he has not miraculously changed. He's the same a-hole. So let them two have each other and you go find your peace. You hear me? I'm like, what you sending me pictures of another girl? I was like, okay. That's not. And then when that wasn't bothering me, that wasn't like doing whatever he wanted it to do. Then it was, oh, I can't pick up Kimani because you gonna be doing X, Y. Dude, when I decided to have my child, okay, I said, this is my responsibility, okay? I'm not gonna have more children than by myself, because you never know what could happen. He could drop dead, he could leave, whoever. I'm not going to have any more children than myself can manage. And that's something us women have to think about when we start busting all these children, right? How many children can you successfully manage on your own? Because when you make a decision to have that child, what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe, if he leaves tomorrow, somebody, did you hear me? I said, if he leaves tomorrow, have a plan. What are you going to do? So I wasn't expecting him to do anything. So you can do that too. You can say you're not going to take her, you're not going to whatever. That's your time lost with your child. That's you're biting off your own nose to spite your face. Oh, my sister. My sister just texted me, guys. She says she's watching season 5 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she's enjoying it. And I was telling her the other day, because I don't know if you guys watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, sidebar, but this new season is terrible. It's friggin' terrible. And so I started watching old seasons, and I'm like, this show used to be good. This show really used to be good. And I started with season 5 because season 5 I felt like was a really good season. But anyway, sidebar. Let's go back to the chat. Leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. Wait, hold on, guys. Y'all are talking to each other. Rissa saying, hey to everybody. To be honest, asking for help is what I have a problem with. Me too. Cheryl said, I'm out! Rissa said, oh, I'm whipping his ASS and I'm going ghost, putting him on child support and he can see his kids when they turn 18. He sure reaped what he sowed. Amen. Didn't he? Didn't he? I love it. Leaving that man. Yes. I see him on flames crying, help me. I am on fire. Aw, poor baby. You on fire? Here. Where the gasoline at? Hold on. Burn. You know in class when I be screaming, let it burn? Yeah. You know that Usher song? How it go? When you're feeling your body, you found somebody who makes you change. I'm trying to think of the chorus. How it go? Let it burn. Damn it. Ooh. Oh, that's the part we're going to sing, right? When he's like, oh my God, I'm on fire. You'd be like, ooh. Sing with me. Ooh. Can you feel it burning? Ooh. Sometimes you gotta let it burn, ladies. And it's okay. It's okay to reclaim your independence, okay? And I'm not saying that a relationship isn't valuable. Relationships are very valuable if you're with someone that respects you. But once you are not being respected, he is not treating you correctly. But please, guys, if you are in, please listen carefully though. If you're in a domestic violence situation, not only physical violence, also it can be financial, it can be emotional. If you're isolated, if he threatens you, if you've experienced any kind of violence, it might not have been physical, but maybe he started punching the wall right over your head, or he threatens to do something to you. Be careful when you're leaving. Do not leave and announce it. Make your plan and leave quietly. You understand? Be very careful because the most dangerous time in those types of relationship is when the woman leaves. And the number one cause of unaliving us, black women, black and brown women, is at the hands of their partner or former partner. So please be careful. If they're violent with you, just remember it's your fault. Okay. So the violence might not be your fault, but being in that relationship with them, where can you hold yourself accountable for even entering into the relationship and keeping it going? You saw the red flags early on, right? But you kept staying before it got violent. You saw it. And you were like, oh, he loved me. That's why he don't want me going over here. It's not cute. It's not cute. It is not cute for him not to want you to do certain things. It is not cute for him to control how you dress, who you talk to, where you go, how long you stay there. But we'll it's cute, he loved me. No. So that's what I mean by holding yourself accountable, not blaming yourself for being physically abused, but holding yourself accountable for being in that type of relationship from the start, okay? Not realizing or not paying attention to the red flags. That is something that we can learn from so that we can grow. It is abuse, cuz said getting women pregnant with a litter of kids back to back. It is abuse. Getting someone or continuing to impregnate people is abuse. It's an abuse. Always keeping her barefoot and pregnant. That's abuse. Our bodies go through so much when we have a child. Like saying, "Oh, I don't believe in birth control." What? Hold on one second, guys. Awesome. Okay, back to the chat. I'm being nosy. Hold on. Hey, Alfonso. Who said hi, baby, and African? Hi, Alfonso. Hi, Pam. I used to watch Housewives of Atlanta, New York, OC. Oh, damn. OC, Beverly Hills, and Utah, but I got tired of all that fighting and haven't watched it in the last 2 years. So I've only watched Atlanta. I've never watched any of the other ones. And I got sick. This new season is, I don't like it. It's very staged. It's terrible. But so I went back and I wanted to see like evolution of people. So I went back to season 5 because I had seen a clip on YouTube and it said it was from season 5. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I can watch. And I was like, oh, I got Peacock. So I went back to season 5 and I started watching. And it's very interesting how Portia has evolved over the years. OMG. Nene, like right when she started to really blow up, watching that was interesting. Candy and Todd first getting together, interesting, because now they're divorced, right? It's very good. So if you are into Atlanta Housewives and you care about stuff like that, you want to go back and watch, start at season 5. You'll be like, oh my god, I forgot this happened. I forgot. um Hold on, guys. Please. I'm sorry I'm behind in the chat. Please. And this involves me how? What involves you how? I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry. Rissa, it's your fault. Look, don't be blaming Rissa. Rissa, girl. Sorry, girl. What happened with your heartburn? What happened with your heartburn? Oh, wait. Here goes David. I broke up with my ex-girlfriend because she cheated on me and she tried to make me jealous with post a picture of them and saying something about how she truly feeling loved, and I was like, okay. Let me tell you something. They try anything. Once you break it off, they try to get you back. Rissa says, elevated. You made me do it. Pam says, right, lead strategically when you know for sure they are gone. Yes, that is so scary. It is. It is. As a white guy, y'all in good hands, but I know what you mean. Pam said, my mom left my dad several times, and it wasn't until she was in her mid-50s that she finally decided to leave. I kept my mom's address a secret. Yes, you have to. You have to. It's no joke. It's not a joke. Like, domestic violence is real. A lot of people like kind of like try to diminish the significance of it, but it's serious. It's serious, and every day, multiple times a day, a woman is unalived at the hands of the person that she thought loved her. Elevator said, "Don't blame yourself, even though it's your fault." Shut up, Elevated. I remember when I was a teenager, Travell had the spirit of hitting me, and I remember my old friend used to tell me, "Damn, Rissa, your mm, your your flower must be good." No, that's not a correlation. It is if somebody's putting their hands on you, that is control. That is not anything to do with how good or not good your flower is. That is a sign of control, and it's something to pay attention to. My dad came to my house crying, leaving a note for her. It took about a year, then they became friends again, and she stayed away. Yeah, because he was trying to manipulate and use you to get her information. Cuz says, and you do have to take accountability for getting into or continuing a relationship with someone after you see the early red flags, because people in one abusive relationship are likely to be in two, three, and four. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. That's what you have to take accountability for, is the fact that you saw that red flag, but you kept it going. You kept engaging with that person. And so those red flags happen early on. Those red flags happen early on. Like, where were you? Where were you? Excuse me? Excuse Daddy? Like what? Pam said, and my dad would still give my mom money because he was a provider. Glad our relationship with our dad was healed before. Oh, my condolences, Pam. And those are really tough things for children to wrestle with, right? Because you love your parents, you love your dad, but at the same time, when you see how they treat your mom, when you see how they treat the other parent that you love, it gives you this weird feeling. I've experienced that. It gives you a weird feeling because you see the effects of how your parent is treated. You see it, but at the same time, you love your parent, but you see how they treat their spouse or their ex-spouse. It's a tough. These are tough. These are not easily resolved issues, guys. Trust me and believe. This is not easily resolved, and no one thing means one other thing. Because there's nuance to life, right? Sweetheart said, damn, since I'm Latina, they always say it's my fault because we're all local. So many times I get blamed for being the crazy one. I don't know why. Well, you do have to take accountability for your own behavior. You have to take accountability for how you respond to things, for sure. For sure. Just like other people have to take responsibility for how they respond or what actions they take. Right? I think if more of us took our own, like looked at ourselves and said, you know what? If I were receiving the behavior that I'm giving somebody else, if somebody was doing what I do to other people to me, how would I act? But we don't do that. We do this a lot. You, but you. And we never say, you know what? I was being an asshole, wasn't I? And you were responding to me being an asshole. And how would I respond if somebody was being an asshole to me? How would I respond? Would I be like, oh, hey, I love when you're an asshole to me? No, how would you respond? Yes, elevated. I take accountability once you have to leave. It's too late. No babies, no relate. Hey, talk about it. And that's, you know what? Like I was saying, I think a lot of women are choosing in this time, I'm hearing this a lot, to be motherless, to be childless. That's the new term. I choose to be childless because of the trauma, because you're seeing what your mom went through and how she ravished her body to have children, and then she was dumped by the father, and he went off and did his own thing. So now you as an adult, you're reclaiming your autonomy, and you're saying, I'm not having no kids, because then nobody can do that to me, because I ain't getting married. F y'all niggas. I get it. Trust me. And I applaud, if you can make that decision and that's what you want to do and you do it, I applaud anybody that takes ownership and decides what they gonna do with they vagina. Okay? What you do with yours is what you do with your womb. That is your choice. It is your womb. And nobody shouldn't be like, but you don't want kids. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Because at the same breath, y'all, you ridicule women that have children. You ridicule women that have children and don't take care of them the way you think they should. So leave women alone if they say they want to be childless. All right? That's their choice, and that's none of your business. All right? So women, can we today take accountability, and can we as women stop with asking women how much children they have when you meet them? Okay, can we stop doing that? Can we ask other questions? Women are not just baby makers. Can you ask them, well, what do you do for work? What kind of career do you have? What are your interests? What are you into? What TV shows do you like to watch? Tell me some good Netflix shows or something else. The first thing, how many times, if y'all think I'm lying, how many times have you met somebody new and the first thing they ask you is, how many kids do you have? I'm hyper aware to that question because how do I answer that? Put yourselves in my shoes for a sec. And I'm having a good day. La 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 la. Life is good. Thank you, Lord. La 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 la. I meet somebody at a conference, at a meeting, somewhere. How many children do you have? How do I answer that? If I say I have one, how old are they? They don't fucking stop, right? Can we normalize not asking women how many children they have? Can we stop? Can we, ladies in the chat? Because men don't come up to you and ask you how many kids you got. They don't give a shit. Women, when you meet somebody, when you talking on the lunch, on the line, y'all waiting for the sale. You online, the super long line with the sale, and you and the lady in front of you get into a conversation. Please, no longer, unless the children are right there and they're running around and y'all want to talk about your crazy kids right there. Can we stop asking women how many kids they have? They don't stop, cousin. They don't. If you say that, they don't stop. Now it's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, now I'm in a think about where we are. All right, I'm at a conference or I'm at a whatever, at a networking event, and women do not ask anything other than how many kids do you have. This is everywhere, everywhere. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about that. They don't stop. They don't hear the other part. Oh, they hear, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I would do if that happened to me. And then now they're trauma dumping. I mean, girl, I've been through it. It's been a long time. No. She's just giving me an answer, Pam. She was giving me an answer. She was just giving me an answer that I could say because, I don't know if you know, Pam, but I have one daughter and she passed away in 2009. So since 2009, I've had to wrestle with that question. In the beginning, I used to say something like that and I've learned that doesn't work. Because once you say you lost a child, oh Lord, what? Oh, I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes. You're so strong. And I get it. But I don't always want to go there. You understand? I don't always want to, have a kumbaya moment with a stranger. And I'm not trying to, I understand that people are going to react that way. So please don't take this wrong. But if I'm at a work event, I don't need everybody in the universe to now surround me and all of this and then start trauma dumping. And then some people start crying. So now I'm comforting them. I just want to network. I don't want it. You understand? Do y'all get what I'm saying? So and then not only my situation, but someone may have just had a miscarriage or they just found out they can't have children or something. But the first thing we ask is, how many children do you know how heavy that is of a question that is? That's a heavy question. Okay. But y'all don't hear me though. Me too, Rissa. Girl, me too. She said ever since Nene stopped. Nene was hilarious. I was watching season 5. She had me rolling with her hair, with that blonde ramen noodle hairstyle. I was cracking up. I was like, Nene is a whole. Everything is great. She's an entire character. What the elevator say? I bet it is. Ooh, y'all funny. I would be interested to see how they are now. Like you say, how have they evolved? Yes, it's interesting. So many of them are divorced now too. Was it Portia's hubby that passed away? I know he was. No, that was Nini's husband passed. Greg. Jerry said, "Hey, beautiful, why you took your braids out?" Because it needed it. It was time, Jerry. I was just watching this video of an abuser that said, "I never saw myself as a woman beater because I didn't beat her for nothing. I always had a reason." So to me, it was a corrective action. Wowzers. Ladies, stay the frig away, okay? And look in the comments, and if you read them comments, you'll see all the other abusers popping up. Rissa said, "That's another reason why I make Travell go to therapy. The past, plus he was in the army. I need his mental to stay healthy." Yes. Pam said, "Throughout my childhood, I always worried my dad would go off and hurt my mom that way too. He even threatened, see? And your dad. So now as a young woman, you have to come to grips with that. You have to process that. So does that make a man a good father if he provides, but he's doing this?" That's what I was asking earlier, Pam. Sweetheart said, "I will admit I do have a temper, but when someone does me dirty or tries to hurt my loved ones, then they can say, 'Oh yes, she is crazy.'" I agree. I agree with you. This is the thing that we're doing today. This is the exercise that we're working on today, is not putting the blame on our behavior on anyone else, taking ownership that I'm choosing to react this way, right? Because even in the worst of situations, we don't have to choose violence. We don't have to choose acting out in a negative way, right? We don't. We don't. Do we always make that choice? No. Are we human? Of course. So we're going to do things that might not be the best choice sometimes. But even in those times, we have control over our own emotions. And if we don't have control over our anger, then we can seek help to learn how to better control ourselves in our anger. We don't get to say, or we can say, right? You can say whatever you want. That's why they got plenty of jails. This person pissed me off, so I punched them in the face, and now their face is broken, and they filed a police report, and now I have a felony because they pissed me off. We can, you can do whatever you want, but for every action, there's a reaction and there's a consequence. So even when you're mad, even if somebody pisses you off to no end, how you respond, how you demonstrate that anger is on you. Can we do that? Can we look in the mirror and say, "You know what? I have no control over my anger." Can we do this? Look. I have no control over my anger. You have no control over your anger. When people piss you off, you act out in ways that are going to cause you to be behind bars for the rest of your life. Can we do that? And after we have calmed down and we are sitting behind bars, we're going to be like, "What the hell did I do?" Accountability. You see that? Can we do that, Lila? Yes, he cheated on me, but unaliving and cutting off his eggplant does not change the fact that he cheated. Maybe it would be better to leave like my cousin said, on the midnight train to Georgia and forget he ever existed and continue my life instead of being behind bars staring at dusted chicks for the rest of my days. Can we do that? We don't want to do that. We want to say, "He cheated on me." That's what we do. That's what we do. We all do it. We all do it. We do that. We blame our boss. Oh, my boss doesn't like me. Oh, my teacher didn't like me. Oh, this, oh, that. But we don't take ownership for what we do when we realize that our boss didn't like us. Do you have to stay at that job? Can you go home every night and start working on your resume and start networking to get the hell up under that person that doesn't like you? Somebody. Can we do that instead? Can we get the hell up out that situation? Because that's not the only job in America. Well, it might be right now. But you understand what I'm saying. There are other options. We don't have to sit there and take it. Hold on. Kid, wait, hold on. Pam said the teens in my class think when the BF or girlfriend texts them and follow them, that is love. It's control. It's control. It's not love. Love is not surveillance. Like, what? That's, I have to get JJ. Oh yeah, who's JJ, Cheryl? Is that your son or your grandson? Who's JJ? You probably gone, if anything. Rissa said kids identify problems, not, hey! Talk, say it again, Rissa. Say it again. Cuz said, yep, I'm marriage optional and children optional because I'm only doing it if it benefits me to do so, because I have a partner that makes my life better, easier, and comes with all the coins. Woo! Yes. Tashana said, amen. Pam said, yes. Let's stop pressuring women when they are going to have kids. That's the terrible thing that we do. That's the problem. And they have 14 kids and 17 baby. That's a problem if they have 14 kids and 17 baby daddies. If you're not going to help with them, keep moving. Yes. Cuz said, I'm only getting married and having babies if it means I get to do less labor. Amen. Yes, they don't stop. I have one child in heaven. Oh, yes. That don't work. I mean, that's a great way to say it, and I have said that. But people have their own agenda, right? People have their own agenda, all right? Depending on their level of trauma, they have their own agenda. So you can say that, like, this is where I stop. Please, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Oh, the theatrics. Oh, my God, I can't believe. Girl. Thorough said, if I'm going to be wearing the scarlet letter multi-generationally by myself, doing the time by myself, and getting slurs by myself, then that's the definition of alone. Amen. So let me spin this. Y'all vibe with a dude. Everything is cool. Then you ask him, and he tells you he has 20 kids. You're wasting your time or not. Elevator, you're missing what I'm saying. I'm talking about when a woman meets another woman as like a friend, like you meet on the line, you meet in the laundry mat. You meet at the supermarket. You meet in a networking event. Not dating. Dating is different because you're looking to build something with someone. And the first thing, woman to woman, that they ask another woman is, how many kids do you have? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about in a relationship when you're getting ready to meet somebody. Obviously, you need to know how many kids they got. That's different. I'm talking between women. When we meet each other, when we socialize women to women, the first thing women ask other women is, how many kids do you have? And that's a weighted question. Not every woman has kids, and not every woman wants to have kids. Amen? That's what I was talking about, not relationships. Sending her, I never ask people how many, exactly, me either. I never ask people how many kids they have unless they reference their kids. Yes, if they reference their children and that's all they talk about, because some women do that too. The only thing they can talk about is their kids. And I'm like, you have got to learn that you come first. And it's not selfish to say you come first, and to learn who you are so that when you're outside and away from your children, yes, you're still their mother, but you're also the person you were born as first. So you should be able to have conversations without your kids, my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. What about you? What do you like to do? Who are you? Who are you? You understand? Like, who are you? Stop belittling a woman because she can't have kids anymore, or she can't have kids. Pregnancy, listen, pregnancy, especially for black and brown women, the statistics are alarming for infant mortality and maternal mortality during labor. Even Serena Williams. So money doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you got. Beyonce. I know some of y'all don't like her, but she is a woman. And when she was having her twins, it did not go well. Okay? And these are people with access and money. Okay? And even they almost lost their lives having babies. So it's not just about making a decision not to have kids because you don't want them. Sometimes it's a matter of life and death. I also don't ask women about their relationships unless they reference a partner. Exactly. Elevated. It's definitely a qualifying question if you're dating. But if you, when two women meet and they're not meeting to date each other, they're just meeting to socialize. Women always ask other women how many kids they got. They do this all the time. Rissa said by elevator, my dad has 16 kids and it seems like that's not stopping him from crazy. Listen, it's not going to stop him because unfortunately, many women suffer from it won't be me syndrome, or I'm better than you syndrome, or I have a vagina of gold syndrome. Uh mm-mm. Now you may have a vagina of gold, but that vagina of gold, he gonna find the hidden treasure, and then he's gone. The same way he treated her, he gonna treat you. You are no special, and we suffer from I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special syndrome, where you think he won't do that to me, even though he dogged out every other woman. So that's why your father is able to continue with this, because we suffer from delusion. It's a delusionitis. Where you see it, but it ain't gonna be me. What? That's not me. I'm special. Thank you for curiosity, but I don't talk about my family at work. Yes, there you go. That's it, cuz. Or sometimes I just pretend I ain't hear it and ignore. Because I don't be having time. I don't want to. But anyway, when I date men and they ask if I have children, I say no. A lot of them say rude and foolish things. Things I don't like. Anyone over 40. Things I don't like. Anyone over 40 should say out loud. I could only imagine, child. I could only imagine T. I would say I appreciate the curiosity. However, I don't bring my personal life into my professional life. I'm going to say that every time. I appreciate your curiosity, but could you mind your motherfucking business? Oh, y'all ain't say that, right? You ain't say that part. You said, I appreciate your curiosity, but I don't talk about my personal affairs at work. Thank you so much, though. Okay? You said that right, coach. You smart for saying this. Hey, Chief. I'm sorry. I'm probably really behind on the chat. I'm so behind. Lord Jesus. But thank you. Marissa, you got me scared. Hope you work with spiritual protection. Yes, please. Sweetheart said yes. That's exactly what I hope for. Have not cheated. I have not been cheated on, but I have been done dirty by people who I was good friends with, and they made me go a little loco. They didn't make you go a little loco. You chose to go a little loco, right? Hey, sweetie. Thorough. The last time Travell hit me, I was 19. He was 22. He's 35, and I'm 32 now. I can't lie. He did put in work to change and be better. But you know, everyone isn't perfect. Yes, 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 Rissa. I think why she was saying she was concerned was she thought maybe that was still going on now. But I know you've talked about that. Cuz said whatever you like. Bark like a dog. Arf, arf, arf. A big dog. Woof, woof, woof. Sweetheart said, Coach, yes, my poor sis been trying to make a baby with her hubby and can't. So when people say, oh, how many kids you have? She does get hurt. And then her man don't be asking women about if they got kids. Yes. Elevator said, my bad, Coach, I misunderstood. In that case, tell like 3 or 4, mind your mother effing business. Right. Who says he values gold? Exactly. He doesn't like gold. He like platinum. I'm a mess. Don't mind me, guys. Every girl that gets with my dad, I always tell them they don't have any hopes on getting married. I burst bubbles. Then the women my dad dates are around my age. Dumb Doras. And you know what? I can't even fault them because that's how women are socialized. A lot of women are socialized that they're nothing if they don't have a man, right? Because, like I said, what do women ask other women when they meet? They don't say, "Hey, what are your interests? What are you into? Oh, wow, have you read any good books lately?" No, 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 we don't do that. We say, "How many kids you got? You married?" That's what we do. So if we could stop that and start asking about the person, right, and talking to them about maybe their interests, what they like to do, instead of the first thing, hey, you got kids. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. When you meet somebody for the first time, and it's another lady, and you're a lady, and y'all are somewhere where you don't even need to be asking all of that. Count down to when they ask you how many kids they got, how many kids you got. Count down. Now, I'm not talking about dating situations. That's different. Because they should ask. You better ask. Hey, you sir, looking at me up and down like I'm a piece of meat. You want to take me on a date? How many children do you have? When's the last time you seen your kids? Are you still in? Does the mother of your children believe that you two are still in a romantic relationship? When is the last time you were intimate with this woman that has your chillins? How many baby mamas you got? Ask the questions, okay? Cuz said the only way you can make sure you have the relationships you want is by always being willing to talk away. Even after 40 years of marriage with 10 kids and you're 60 years old. Oh, to walk away. Yes. Always be willing to walk away. Yes, definitely. Even if you are pregnant, even if you have newborn twins, always be willing to walk away for sure. Chief said, I don't want a woman my daughter's age. That's kind of weird to me. That is weird. And that's a form of control, right? You're dating someone that doesn't have the same life experience as you. You're dating someone that you can sell a dream and they don't ask questions. You're dating someone that still is under the false pretense that she has a vagina made of gold and you are a pirate searching for the said gold. You, if you don't have that life experience yet and understand that it don't matter how many backflips, twist arounds, how good you can twerk, how tight you can grip, how deep you can, you know what I'm saying? All of that doesn't matter. He'll take all of that. He'll take all of your worth. He'll take it. If you giving it, he gonna take it. You could bust it as open as you want. You can have a baby for him. You could do whatever. You could have threesome. You could do whatever you want to please him. Okay? That doesn't make you special. Somebody. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. You want someone that's on your level. If a man is older and he's only dating younger women, that's because they haven't been tainted yet. The older women gonna tell his ass to get the frig down the road. All right, get the frig down the road. Ain't nobody want none of that toxic peen you got. And we can see it from a mile away because we got that third eye. We like Take all of that over there. You You with the dirty D. Take it over there. Take the dirty D over there. We don't want it. But younger, they don't really. Oh, he loved me. He said he liked the way I struck it, girl. You know, I got that wop. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm 51 and my little sister's 38, and that's my cutoff. 38 isn't too bad. Like 38, 51, that's not too bad. Sweetie said, absolutely. Snapshot said, what? Hey, Snapshot, you like that word. How you doing? Yo, mama, take it over there. What that mean? Snap. Arissa said, and the funny thing is, my mom is 2 years older than my dad. He couldn't control her, though. He can't. 11 kids together or not, he still couldn't. Nope. And that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Now, because he's so-called free, he's only going to date women that he can control, that he can tell whatever. He can buy them a soda pop and take them to the movies and tell them, you know, I could see myself married to you. Don't ever tell me you could see yourself married. What does that mean? I don't know. If you think you have a golden vagina and you're giving it to a dusty, you don't require anything from. Do you value gold? No, you don't. You can't. You can't possibly value gold. Because what value does gold have if everybody got it? Is it that rare then? If everyone has access to said gold, okay, then it's no longer as valuable, is it? So if you busting it wide open, you cooking meals, you're always available whenever he needs, you're doing all of this shit and he ain't got to do much. What's the value in that? What is the value in that? That's all well and good, but if he doesn't value and respect you, it's over. Yes. I think they see his height, he tricks on them, and he looks younger than his age. They go delusional and think they'll be together forever. I had 4 women come to my house looking for, oh my Lord. See, that's the thing though. Like a lot of us are misguided and we look at the wrong things. I don't care how somebody looks. Their looks are one thing, but their actions, their values, that means way more than how somebody looks, how well they can, well, Rissa said, and not even to mention the women that don't believe we're related and think me and my dad go, oh Lord, Rissa, look, your dad is caught. Tell your dad to keep his drama off your doorstep. You got your own family to worry about. Please. Keep the drama over there. Sweetheart said, Rissa, yes. Remember my sister's Jazzy said, okay, your dad, fine girl. Remember? He is. He's a handsome guy, but let me tell you something, ladies. Ladies, he could be as fine as he want to be. You could look, you might even touch, but don't get attached. Don't do it. He lied. He lied to you. Like, especially if he's super fine. Oh my God. Girl, you better watch out. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. We can't even call him Santa Claus. We're gonna call him Dirty Drawers. It's coming. Cause he got all the ladies. He got all the ladies stuff on him. I don't want it. No, but oh, I'm silly. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. Oh, dirty drugs is coming. We don't want that. We don't want somebody that's sleeping around with everybody, man. And like, and you giving them, your good attention and stuff. Mm-mm. Like my cousin said, you have to be willing to walk away. They have to understand that you respect yourself more than, and you're not playing. He said fight. I ain't fighting no. If I am not. Let me tell you something. I am not fighting no woman for what is supposed to be my man, right? If I'm married and there's a woman that feels like she's been made to feel comfortable enough to approach me and tell me about my husband, I have an issue with my husband, not her. I took vows with him, not her. Her can go over there. Him got to deal with me. No woman should feel this level of comfort that she can come to me and start telling me stuff about my husband. I'm not fighting no trick. If I have to fight somebody over, it's over. Like, what am I doing? I'm 47 years old. I'm fighting over a man? Hey. Ah. Hey. Sweetheart said, listen, when women say, oh, your pops is one fine Colombian, I say, step back. That's my pops. He got a little mom. He's married. Yeah, he should be telling that. I'm married. Get away. Shit. We do too much. Like, we talk too much for these men. We fight other women for these men, and they get to stand back and just look good. No. Hold them accountable for their actions. If they're married, they should be setting another woman straight. No, I'm married. You're being disrespectful to my wife. Please get the fuck out my face. Okay? Like, we jump too much. We jump too much to handle what they need to handle as men, as the king of the castle. Cuz said, out on the streets, I'm not. Woo! Oh God, a fly! How do they get in here? Woo! Woo! Oh, we about to end the live, guys. I have to. Hold on. Don't go. Come here. You want rum? Where the ting there? Hold on. Come. Come here. You want to be rude? Eh? Where you there? Oh, now you want to hide. Don't hide. Come out. Come out. Wherever you are, you little bitch. Sorry, guys. Please mute yourselves. You want to be all up in my house. Oh, it done hit itself. I don't know where it went. Oh, now you want to hide. You want to be buzzing all up in my face. Ugh. Come back. Hi, guys. I can't stand flies. I hate them. Like, ugh. It's so gross. Out on the streets, I'm not fighting anyone, but if she is in my house, see, that's different. That's different. But then again, I'm going to have more smoke for him because why is she in my house? She didn't just come in there by herself. She was invited here by your ass. So you are not showing me respect to have this bitch thinking she can be all up in my house acting like this. So I'm still fucking you up. I mean, I'm still going to choose if I want. This is what you gotta do now, right? Hey. Okay, we mad. This guy is being disrespectful, but is he worth my freedom? Do you want to go to jail for the rest of your days, or do you want to leave and let these two have at it? Which one you want? Right? But wouldn't it be nice to just punch her in the face and then grab his balls and twist them? Wouldn't it be nice? Sweetie said, I'm sorry, call me vain conceited, but I am too fine to get into a fight. Okay, hello somebody. Women love married men. Anyone want to get in a stage marriage with me? Women do love married men. I know that because they're looking at him as, oh wow, he's rare. He's somebody that actually committed. Yeah, dumb bitch, he committed to me. So if I were you, you see, if I were you, okay? Hey, hey, hey. Ha, ha. There's a gecko somewhere in my house, and I don't know where. Oh my God. I saw it go under my fridge 2 days ago. Oh my God. I hope it left you, girl. Whoo, this fly. I don't know where I think they come in like, they like come in if the door's open. But you know, there's a screen on the, I don't know. It just pisses me off when they get in. And then they be rude as hell. Want to be buzzing. But you see, when I get my raid, now they're gone. It's like, oh shit, she got the raid. Yeah, and I have laser. I spray it one good time and they're dead. Yeah, I definitely would have more smoke for him for sure. But I have time to think about the smoke I have for him because I know where he lives. Let's slap that bitch in the throat. Get her in the bathroom and choke her real quick. No, don't do that, guys. Shauna said it's going to come out like, surprise, I'm back. Sing it out. Not to mention, I could lose my job over it too. Yes. Yes. Listen, that food that Recipe over there making, woo! It was a big gecko. Oh, hell to the no. And you just said one of my worst fears, the toilet. I have to, every time I go to the bathroom, I gotta look first. Because I'm scared that a snake is gonna help. It's a real fear. Oh, I heard it. Come on, bitch. Where you at? I look crazy as hell, right? That look crazy. I look crazy. Where you at? Where you at? But anyway, guys, I gotta get ready to go. I've been on here for a while, and I want to finish up. It's rounding the end of the day. Me too. I don't flush first, but I definitely look, and I'm like, "What you got down there?" No, I don't. I can't go to. It's not today. They changed my mammogram appointment till Monday. Do you guys, ladies, are y'all 40 and up? Y'all get your mammograms? Boo. I don't like doing it. I don't like mammogram and I don't like gyno. Those are the two worst. And dentists. Ugh. When they be digging in your teeth and they do the cleaning, Lord Jesus. I don't like it. I mean, you got to get it done, but those are the ones I don't like. What kind of help you want? What you mean, Ray? What you mean what kind of help I want? What you talking about? How you doing? Me too, sweetie. Y'all, I love doing these lives. You guys are so fun. I'm about to watch the England. Oh, England is about to win, cuz. It ain't nothing but a thing. We about to beat Argentina. Beat Argentina. Hey, beat Argentina. Yeah, beat Argentina. Yeah, beat Argentina. Yeah, beat Argentina. Yay! Everybody put in the chat, England, 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 England. Even though I have veneers, I still get nervous at the dentist. I think it's because I can't see I don't like the dentist. It don't matter. If you got veneers, you actually have to worry more because hopefully when you got them, the person that did them did it correctly, because now a lot of people are saying years later that they're having a lot of issues with their veneers because some of their dental issues weren't fixed before they put the veneers on. I'm not saying that's your case, but shit. It don't matter what you got. Going to the dentist and them digging in your teeth and all of this, it sucks. I would never, like, there was a time when I was like, oh, I want to get veneers because they look pretty, but I wouldn't do it. I want to keep my natural teeth. I don't want them shaving down my teeth and all of that, child. I did think about it, though, at one point. But I was like, I don't want my teeth to be shaved. I don't want them to shave my teeth. Don't shave my teeth. I'll wait until I'm old. But when you old, you could just give it dentures. And then that way you could get some great head because you won't have no teeth in the way. I've seen some people's teeth broke after getting veneers. It's year 6, and luckily I haven't had any problems. Thank God. Veneers, I mean, depending on where you get it, if you get it by a reputable dentist, like oral cosmetic surgeon. Oh, hold on. Oh. Got him, bitch! Die ho! Ha! Ha! Dead, dead, dead! Come on to me house! What's it? Hey! Got him! Woo! Got him! I know y'all like this lady crazy as hell. Woo! Snapping denture. Yes, because then you can take them out. You know what I'm saying? Give a little gummy. You know what I mean? By then, they'll invent something to grow our own enamel. Ooh, enamel. Imagine. Yay, smackdown on the fly. The fly is dead. And I'm going to leave it right there for a little while so his cousins will come and see. Yeah, that fly thought so. You thought so. I don't know where you came from, but get out. The way your whole face changed when you saw the... Woo! Just tuck in your lip. That's what you do now. But you see, if you don't got no teeth, then you... If you ain't got no teeth, you ain't got to tuck nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? You could just go in. You ain't got to worry about no tooths. I'm 28, so I just get my physical done. Okay, you get your physical done. As my sister Jazzy says, get your full exam from the rooter to the tutor girl and all my full blood work. Yes! Denting for cleaning every 6 months. And also get your hoo-ha check too. You have to do pap smears. If you have a normal one, I believe it's every 3 years. Sweetie! I believe it's every 3 years that you have to get another pap smear. But if it's not normal, you have to do it once a year. I think that's how it goes. If I can remember correctly off the top of my head. I think so. Because I didn't have to get another pap smear, but you still have to go for a checkup. But you just don't have to get a pap smear. You have to go to the gynecologist and put your leg in them stirrups and have a strange man finger you with a glove on. Yeah. And go like this here. Oh, yeah, I don't feel nothing, girl. Oh, and then rub on your titties. And be like, come here, let me feel your boobs. Everything feel, oh, yeah. So one time, oh, my God. Oh my God, my gynecologist. He asked first. He had a resident there. And he was like, do you mind if you say no, of course I won't bring him in. But I was like, you know me, I have no shame, man. I was like, sure, let him come in. So he went to do a breast exam on someone with larger breasts. So he's like, yeah, when the breasts are large, you gotta, and he's all rubbing on her boob. He's like, you gotta really get up in there. You gotta go underneath. So, cause I had a woman, but she left. She left the office where I was at, where I still go, and I went to the other woman that they have there, but she was rough. I didn't like her. She had no bedside manner. And my gynecologist now, he's an Asian man. And he's the most gentle gynecologist I've ever had. And every time he does the exam, he has a woman in the office with me. He has a woman in the room when he does your exam. And he's so gentle. Like, he's so gentle. Like, it doesn't, like, I don't mind, even though I still don't like it, I don't mind going now. I don't mind. The lady I had, it was like she didn't have her own. Like, lady, she was rough. She was like, with the clamp. Oh, child. But when I had the female, the one that I really liked, she was a black lady too, but I think there was some issues in the office because she ended up leaving the office. So I think stuff was going on because but she moved too far away, and I was like, I'm not. She was too far. Like, it was too far for me to be going just for a regular checkup, you know? But she was great. I really did enjoy her while I had her. She was nice. She would talk to you about stuff and blah, blah, blah. But the man I have now, Asian man, very, very gentle. Like, and I was a little nervous to go to a man, but when like, the most gentle, I was like, oh, that was pleasant. It was so pleasant. He talks through everything he's doing. He has a very gentle voice. His hands are very tender and nice. He's happened to me too. And she had an assistant probably 20 years old, and she was all up. Yes, I finally stopped her there and spoke up because she would look down, then look in my eyes. Oh, she was looking into your eyes. She's like, you like that? You feel that? The assistant was looking at you like, listen, the gynecologist, OMG, that is such an intimate appointment. That and mammograms, because you're whooping out your things and they're smashing them to smithereens. They're smashing your tuntas to smithereens. Nobody cares. The things us ladies go through, man. You gotta put your foot in the stirrups. Yeah, I'm leaving it right here. Let another one of y'all come up in here. You're gonna see your cousin on the floor. Don't come in here. I was just talking in case any of their friends wanted to come in here. Don't you do it. No, how the hell you got in here? Shit. A little sneaky something. But anyway, guys, I said I was going. I really am. I tried that mammogram twice and ran out. You gotta get it. How old are you, Thorough? If you're over 40, baby, you gotta get it. You're supposed to get it every year. They gotta smash your boobs. Because I have large boobs, the doctor wants me to get a diagnostic done. Like to check the density or something. Because there was a story not too long ago, and I think it was from a medical review or whatever they call them. There was a woman with large breasts, and she had very dense large breasts, and they missed the cancer in her until she was at stage 4, and she was getting routine mammograms. So I don't know if this is something that all doctors are doing, but my doctor ordered me to get a diagnostic done. Yes, guys. All right, I'm headed out. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure we're getting all of our checkups. All my young ladies too. Take yourself to the hoo-ha doctor and get that thing checked up. Especially if you're not sexually active, still do it. But especially if you're sexually active, get regular. What you call it? Get STD. When the doctor says, do you want an STD check? Yes. I don't care what he told you. Get it. Okay. Married or not, because you don't know. The only person you can control is yourself. The only person that you know for sure did or didn't do X, Y, and Z is you. Okay? So you get your STD checks. What's up, Seneca? You get all of that done. Take care of yourself. The end. Period. Point blank. Are we on the same accord? Holding ourselves accountable. Yes, it's your fault. If you have an undetected STD, it's your fault. It's you. It's your fault. You. Yes, like and subscribe, guys. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure that you like the live. Please make sure that you've become a member if you're not a member. And please make sure that you're back here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so you can get this work. Because we're going to get to work tonight, 7 o'clock. Be there or be square, literally. Because tonight, what are we doing? We making that booty nice and round like an English pound. See y'all tonight. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Bye, sweetheart. Mwah! See you later, baby.